get your name?
Yes, we did.
Scott Carty, KOMO Seattle. Old friend, right?
Old friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I said something to you as we were having that cocktail in Toronto that I was later thinking, I don't think she understood what I was trying to convey.
Okay.
I said to you that I thought you had a tougher role than Joel, which on the surface you may look at and go, what is he talking about? But in that moment where your character, Garnet, has to confront him,
Yeah.
I think you had a tougher role than him in that moment there.
Yeah. That day on set was so heavy, and you couldn't tell it was raining that day, which was why my hair looked crazy. And then they just allowed my hair to look crazy for the rest of the time because they flat ironed it, and clearly it gets straight, and then out of nowhere it was just like all over the place. But I had to go to some really dark places that day. I had to channel my grandmother. I had to channel who raised me and is no longer with me. I had to channel the relationship with her and her sister that I was fond of and I saw a lot of as a child. And I also had to go to a place of losing her and a place of how it felt to have her taken away from me. And my grandmother was murdered when I was 16. And so it was like she was robbed from me. And I was angry at the world. And I was angry at God. And that, though Garnet loved Richard, because the family was like this in life. Like, they were inseparable. You're taking my everything from me. My best friend. When they moved back to Virginia, when finally they won the Supreme Court case, he built her that house. Garnet's house is right across the street. She built her house directly across the street. Mildred's house is white, her house is yellow, which I think says a lot about her personality, because she's just, and like, I got to see some footage of Garnet, and she was a firecracker, and you saw the attitude, and you wonder, where did she get this attitude from? Because the family was actually really quiet and reserved, and she wasn't.
She was the spark plug.
Yeah.
A real catalyst in that moment.
Yeah, but thank you for saying that.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you had that to draw from, but you clearly were able to use it for something beautiful. That's
what art is. It's the imitation of life, and unless we go through things, then we can't bring life to characters or draw from something and make it real. And so, though that was a hard part of my life, I got through it, and I'm grateful for it because I'm able to use her every day of my life, so she can never die. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And now, having this court case and having the result of it, that legacy lives on, and we all get to benefit from that hard work of the Lovings. What does that mean to you today?
I mean, hopefully, whenever I decide, or if ever I decide to have children, it means that they're able to love who they want, whether or not that person is outside of their race, or if that person is of the same sex, and not be judged for it. It's what they were fighting for, love, and that they're able to, like Martin Luther King said, be able to play with children who are black and white or Indian or Asian and not be judged. Love, I think love has to be at the center. Love has to be at the core. And I want that for the world.
I'm so excited to see what you continue to do. Congratulations. We're hugging it out.